Welcome, first year secondary. Now let's complete with Unit 2, which is while there is life, there is hope. As you see, the important vocabulary: transmitter, anatomy, visible speech, fatal, white plug, resume, survive financially, registered, patent office, absorbed, vibration, electrical wire. Also, there are some words that have opposite, like tiny, huge, different. The opposite is similar, ordinary, exciting, faint, strong, tiresome, influential, unimportant, remarkable, distant, close. And the prepositions here in this unit: bring up, absorbed in, transmitted through, at the age of, play an important role, give up, run out of, for ages, lose control of, be about to, turn on, turn off, as a result of, find out. There are some phrasal verbs with the verb carry. As you see, be carried away, it means be very excited. Carry out, it means do something successfully. Carry on means continue. Carry out means do an experiment. Carry through, achieve successfully. There are some idioms also in this unit, or fixed phrases, like as silent as the grave, which means very quiet, as sick as a dog, physically ill, as tough as old boots, strong, as different as chalk and cheese, means very different, as good as gold means well behaved, as keen as mustard means very eager. And the grammar of this unit talks about past tenses. As you see, the first tense here is the past simple tense, which you form it with second form of the verb. You know that the verbs are regular and irregular. I mean the second form, whether it's regular or irregular. Like the example, Mona stayed home yesterday. He caught the 6 o'clock train. I was in Alexandria last week. Here the verbs stayed, caught, and was. We use the past simple tense when we talk about an action that happened at a definite time in the past. لازم يكون الزمن محدد. As you see, they went to the club at the weekend. I mean that the action happened at a fixed time in the past. Also, when we talk about a past habit, when I was young, I played football every day. Every day here means every day in the past, not now. We also use it when we talk about a story or a situation in the past. Like the example, once I met an old man who asked me for help. Here, I tell a situation, a fixed situation in the past. The keywords of the past simple, like this: yesterday, last, ago, how long ago, when, in the past, by the time, before, or we can use in plus a past year. The other day I visited Luxor in 2015. It means that it affects time in the past, and here is in 2015. Also, we can use the negative and the question form of the past like this: subject plus didn't plus infinitive. Like the example, I didn't go to school last week. We use the question form like did, subject, infinitive. Or when we use WH questions, we use it like this: WH question word plus did plus subject plus infinitive. Like the example, did you watch the match yesterday? Where did you travel yesterday? Now the past continuous tense. Its form is was or were plus verb plus ing. Like the example, he was waiting for the bus at 6 o'clock. It means a continuous action in the past. They were playing football when it started to rain. When do we use the past continuous tense? We use it to express an action which was in progress when another action interrupted it. Like the example, while I was reading a story, I fell asleep. هنا نمت أثناء قراءة القصة. Action in progress when another action interrupted it. We also use it to simulate simultaneous action in the past. Like the example, while she was cooking dinner, I was studying. The keywords in this sentence are also the rules of this sentence. While, as, just as, past continuous tense, past simple. Like the example, while I was playing, it rained. Also, there is another form of while, as, just as, past continuous, when the two actions happened at the same time, was happening at the same time. Like the example, while I was drawing, my brother was sleeping. When there is no subject after while, we use verb plus ing and past simple. Like the example, while running, I fell down. Also, we use it when past simple, past continuous. Like the example, when I met Nasser, I was walking. Also, when past continuous, past simple. When I was walking in the street, I saw an accident. During also comes in this sentence, but it has a noun after it, or sometimes we use verb plus ing. Then past simple. Like the example, during lunch, my dad arrived. And now the past perfect tense. Its form is, after the subject, we use had plus the past participle. After I had finished my homework, I went to bed. We use it to talk about an action which happened before another action. Like the example, before I joined secondary stage, I had finished prep stage. Or another usage, an action that was a cause of another action. Like the example, my hands were dirty. Were dirty in the past. While my hands were dirty because I had repaired my car. The keywords of the past simple are many, and they are also the rules of the past perfect. After, as soon as, and when, followed by past perfect, then past simple. Like the example, after I had arrived, I found my family. Before, by the time, when, also, followed by past simple, then past perfect. Like the example, before I slept, I had done my homework. Till until also comes in this unit, in this tense, but they are negative past simple first, then till until, then past perfect. Like the example, I didn't leave until I had met the manager. Also having, followed by past participle, past simple. Having played football, I took a shower. It means that after I had played football. Also after and immediately without a subject, it is followed by verb plus ing, then past simple. Like the example, after eating, I went out. Notice that we didn't use a subject after eating without a subject. We also see before, without a subject, it's followed by ing in past perfect. Like the example, before going to the theater, I had booked a ticket. Also hardly, scarcely, followed by had is a subject, past participle, and we use when, then past simple. Like the example, hardly had my father reached home when he went out again. Subject plus had plus hardly or scarcely, past participle, then when, then past simple. Like the example, my father had hardly reached home when he went out again. We also see no sooner plus had plus subject plus past participle, but we use then between the two sentences, then past simple. Like the example, no sooner had I arrived at the airport than the plane took off. When we use no sooner inside the sentence, it will become like this: subject had, no sooner, past participle, then had, then past simple. Like the example, I had no sooner arrived at the airport than the plane took off. And now we are going to talk about the past perfect continuous, which had the form subject had been plus verb plus ing. Like the example, I had been walking for an hour when I lost my wallet. We use the past perfect continuous tense when we talk about how to put emphasis on a duration or of an action which started and finished before another action. Like the example, she had been waiting for the bus when a boy stole her bag. Thank you for listening.